All right, so this is linear regression. So in real life, this doesn't happen where all these dots line up perfectly and you get this perfect line. What happens is they do this. Sometimes they do line up, but most of the time they're giving you something that's linear in nature. So it looks linear, and so what we could do is get what's called a line of best fit, and that's using linear regression. And so what we're going to do is take our values in this table, and we're going to create a supply equation and a demand equation. So we have our x, and then we have our y sub 1 and our y sub 2. We're going to call this one S for supply and this one for demand. And so what this means is as you increase the price here, more people want to sell it because they're selling it for more, so more people are going to get into it. But as the price increases, you can see that the demand for it, people don't want to buy it as much. You can think of it like this. If shoes are selling for $100 each, you're not going to buy that many. But if those shoes now go down in price to, say, $10 each, then yeah, you're going to buy a lot more. You may buy 5 pairs because they're now, a tenth the price as they were. But less people are going to want to sell them at $10, but more people want to buy them. And so what we're looking for is an equilibrium here. A price that we can charge to where we will supply and demand the same amount. So to do that, we need to make 2 linear equations. So first we're going to take our calculator, our TI calculator, and then we're going to take Desmos and use that. So let's start with the TI calculator. We're going to input these values in to the calculator. So if you go to your calculator, open it, you hit Stat, and then you hit Edit. Right there, number 1. Edit just means to plug it in. So you're going to have 2 things that are going on, edit and calculate. Let's go back real quick to our notes. These are for editing. This is our enter. And then this will be our calculate button. But it's all under stat, as you can see, stat and stat. So you're going to start there. This is a pretty cool function in the calculator. So once you hit edit, you'll see this table pops up. And L1 just basically means X1. But these are just columns. You can call them anything you want. But default X1, default Y1. And then we're going to enter those numbers in. So to do that, you're going to put in 5.15 and then all the way down. And so to do that, you do 5.15 and then you hit enter. And we grab the next number, which is 5.79. And we hit enter. Let's go back in. I don't know what happened. 5.79. Hit enter. There we go. And then 5.88. Okay, hit the negative, that's why. Hit enter, and you're going to continue this. Enter them all like this. And then we're going to move over and enter in L2 and L3. That's our other columns. Scroll to the left, and we do the exact same thing. So now 1.55. You have to remember, this is our L1, our L2, and this is our L3. So this one we did is our L1. This is our L2. Did we move that? This is our L3. We're going to enter them in the exact same way. So 1.55 and 1.86. 1.55, hit enter. 1.86, hit enter. And so you're going to enter them all in, scroll to the left, and enter them all in. And then scroll to the right, and we do it all over again. 2.6, 2.4. 0.6, enter, 2.4. Now we have 3 different lines going on. If you're only doing an X and a Y, you don't have to do the third. This is just to save some time. We're going to do X, and this will be Y1, and then we'll do it again, X, and this will be Y2. So continue entering them in. So we should have this. This is our X, Y1, Y2. Okay, now we're going to calculate it. So to do that, we go to Stats, Calculate, number 4, and then we're going to select it. So this right here, our L1, this is our price, and this is our supply, and then we'll do it again with price, and then this is our supply. Okay, so Stats, Calc, number 4, L1. So we go, by the way, you want to clear out first. So second, quit, and then stats, and you'll see calculate. Now we're going to calculate. Number 4 is our linear regression, and that's our y equals ax plus b. So we select number 4. And then now it says, see, list 1 and list 2. We scroll down, hit calculate, and it gives us our a and our b. And our a here is our slope, our b is our y-intercept. So we're going to use the first 3 decimal points, so 0.667. So for our supply equals 0.667x, and I remember it was negative 1.942. And this is our linear equation. So it's at negative 1.942, and it's up 0.00667x. Now, unit-wise, it's billions of bushels, right? And then the price is dollars per bushel. So again, billions of bushels, and then that's the price. So when you read this, this is the dollars per bushel that you could plug in. So if you were to plug in $2, that's our X, right? X is our price. This is $2 per bushel. But you got to think of everything here as billions. So when they say billions right here, billions of bushels, right? These become billions of bushels. Got it? So if we multiply this out, hit second, quit, we get 0.667 times 2 minus, let me go back and make sure I'm doing this right, 0.667 times 2 minus 1.94. We end up with negative 0.608 bushels. But it's not just bushels, it's billions of bushels. So negative 0.608, if I remember correctly, yep. 608 billion bushels, because that was our supply. Our supply was in billions of bushels. So our S here is in billions of bushels. Our X is dollars per bushel as we work through these. So at $2, our supply right here at $2, way down here, they owe bushels. Basically, no one wants to produce it at $2. All right, so we're going to do this again now for a linear equation for the demand in terms of price. So now we're going to do it again for demand. This one we now use L3. So to do that, we go back to our calculator. Remember, we've already entered all this. There's our values in there. So now if we go back into stats, we go to calculate, number 4. We now just have to change our Y to L3. So if you scroll down, you hit second, and you'll see L2 is sitting right there. It's the blue, that's why I hit blue. If I hit green, it gives me the green. If I hit blue, it gives me the blue. There's L2. So now if we go to L3, oops, let's clear this out. Second, L3. Now it'll give me X is L1, Y is L2. It will give me my demand equation. And there it is. So negative 0.624. So our demand would be negative, I already forgot the number, 0.624 X plus 5.8495. That rounds up, makes that a 5, so 5.85 plus 5.85. So you can see, by the way, this is a positive slope. As the price goes up, supply goes up. As the price goes up, demand goes down. So that's why we are getting a negative slope here. So now if we plug in $2, it'll tell us the demand in billions of bushels for $2. So 0.0624, hit second, quit. Negative 0.624 times 2 plus 5.85. Okay, that would now be 4.6. 0.02 billion bushels. So we're demanding at $2, the price is $2, 4.602 billion bushels of soybeans we demanded, right? I'm assuming they're soybeans. Yes, because it says it there. And only negative 0.06. So we wouldn't have enough. We'd be in a surplus. I mean, in a it would be a shortage. And so what we want to do now is find that equilibrium price. So if we set our supply equal to our demand, 0.667x. And yes, you can use your calculator to find these, but this is a very quick calculation algebraically. So we're just going to do it algebraically, and then we'll check with the calculator. So if we set these two equal, we add this to this side. Add this one to the other side. Quick calculator just to make sure we do this correctly. So 0.667. .624 equals 1.291, and then 5.85 plus 1.942 equals 7.792. And then a quick divide. And we get $6.04. That cannot be right, because 7 divided by 1.91 is not correct. 1.291. Dyslexia there. That is 6 actually. So 6.035. Sliding on me. 6.04. So at 6.04 we would have an equilibrium. So at $6.04. So right in here you can actually see where they change over. 1.94 became 2.8, 2.158 became 2.05. So somewhere in here is our equilibrium. And so they say we should sell it for $6.04. At that point, we would have an equilibrium in billions of bushels. And so now we can actually check this on a calculator. And I think Desmos would be the quickest. So we enter them in Desmos. Here's our two graphs. I'm moving it down so we can see a realistic. So you could see that as the price increases here, this is our price X, that's $10, that'd be $0 per bushel. As the price increases, the number of bushels decreases and the supply increases. You can actually see that that's when the supply actually starts. So really at $2.91 is when no one wants to sell it. It needs to be selling for more than $2.91. But as it increases right there at $6.04, which is what we got, we get an equilibrium. And that's where we get a supply of 2 billion bushels. So 2 billion bushels is what we would sell. All right. Thank you.